Okay. I hope that shit is working properly. It's been a hot minute since I streamed. Hello? Okay, there's not a lot of delay, so that's fine. Trying to get the game set up and the audio set up before I start anything. Okay. I hope it's properly up. Okay, I think that's properly. That's a good one. This is really cute, though. I like this. Alright, let's get started. I hope the volume's fine. Yes, after many months of anticipation. Yeah, it's been it's been a hot minute. I don't know where the static is coming from. It might be because of my headset, but I have no idea where that static is coming from. Hopefully it's not too annoying. Yeah, I had no motivation to stream for months. I don't know why. Well, that's good. Alright, let's... I don't like that it's immediately silent as soon as I get in here. Light spills through the tiny windows of the dollhouse, catching the flecks of dust in the air. Though it's early in the morning, the inhabitants have been awake for a while now. It's to be expected that toys wouldn't have quite the same grasp on time as you do. Hi, Barry. No, you haven't really missed much. It's just been me sitting here fumbling like a moron for a few minutes. She's so cute. And this guy, how do I get this? I don't know how to get this off without screwing it up. But this is adorable. This rabbit's cute. I don't even know why you're up at 4 and I think it's 4 over there where you're at, Barry. Oh, is it one of those memes you were talking about in the Discord? One of those memes? What kind of voice would she get? Let me get some water. Oh, I might have. I guess I got them confused. I guess I got the things confused. I'd like to listen to it when you're done with it, Barry, because I mean that'd be fun. That'd be fun to listen to. Oh, that's really cool. Damn, I thought you were gonna use the one that Ben suggested. Damn. 1 second of audio. That must have been a pain in the ass to find too. I can't make music for the life of me. Yeah, what the hell are you mixing? Maybe you should watch some videos. Might give you like a general idea of what you want to do with it. Cuz I don't really know what kind of music you're going for. That's fair. I mean, I don't know how to do digital art for the life of me. So whenever I might do it this week. I'm not 100% sure. But if I ever stream digital art, you're just going to watch me screw around not knowing what to do for like 3 hours. Yeah, I should have them unblocked. It's working. I don't think I ever blocked the I don't think I ever blocked the links. Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about the Rush E. That would be interesting though. I mean, whatever you do with it, Barry, I'm pretty sure it's going to be incredible. All right, let's get back to this damn game. I really want to see what the premise is cuz this is like my style of stuff. Dahlia. And this guy is Whisker. That's adorable. Whisker, you've hardly touched your tea. Her least of all, she's an antique. You could at least pretend to drink it since I went to the trouble of making it. The stuffed rabbit sits at the table, a frown on its embroidered face. It turns its head away from the cup in defiance. Geez, you're so moody lately. I know it's not terribly fun to be stuck alone here with me, but you're not doing yourself any favors by being difficult. Don't you think we should be making the best of it? I really wish you'd let me cut you a mouth so you can try and hold a conversation. Oh. No. Poor Whisker, it's so afraid. The rabbit scurries off across the wooden floor and down the stairs. Dahlia sighs. It was only a suggestion. I'm not going to force you. I suppose it's another cup down the drain then. Dahlia gathers up the teacup and saucer from the floor to take down to the kitchen. The art style is really adorable. I love this so far. Though Whisker has been in the house for a while with her now, he always has been terribly skittish. The kitchen holds the rest of the tea set, always ready for a hypothetical tea party that thus far hadn't come into fruition. I can't talk. The rabbit wasn't about to sit at the table with her. 4 different endings. Oh no. I'm gonna be here forever. To hell with it, we're gonna do it in one sitting. I don't care if it's gonna take me to like 10 in the morning. The rabbit wasn't about to sit at the table with her. Thinking back on it, she has trouble recalling who it was that used to sit there with her. You're listening right now, aren't you? I'm fairly certain I can hear you out there. Yes, you did say that on Cooking Companions, Barry. But at the same time, I don't know how long this game is. I know how long Cooking Companions were. Yeah, Cooking Companions has a lot of twists and turns and false endings. You had to record the final one. Yeah, I don't know how... Well, the thing is, I don't know how long this game is. And, I don't know if it has, like, any special stuff going on. Like Cooking Companions did, so I don't know about it. I'm gonna tap. The sound of large fingers gently tapping nails on the outside of the house answer her question. She smiles softly. There you are. Maybe you could join me. Damn it. Maybe you could join me. I'm not sure how you could fit in here with me, but I would welcome you anyway. Perhaps you could let me outside? I would sit on the roof to be closer to you. You know better than to give her away on that. Oh my god. Why can't I read? The cracks on her face tell the story of a previous excursion outside of the house. She is met with silence. Her smile holds patiently. All for all of 10 seconds. Yeah, but the thing is, I want to do all 4 endings. But then again, I could just like skip through dialogue I've already been through. So that might not take a long time. Oh my god, yes! Ben, please record it. I would love to hear it. I heard D&D campaigns are really fun. And if your campaign is really fun, I would really like to know how it goes. And maybe someday that we all could do a session. Oh, that'd be fun. be honest, I don't know how I would do a campaign. Mostly because I don't know any people who I would play with. And I also don't know how to play D&D for the life of me. But I'm assuming it's like similar to Baldur's Gate in a way, I think. I don't know. We gotta do something sassy. Fine, then I won't be entertaining you either. If the urge to be reasonable finds you, I'll be reading in my room. There we go. I don't know. I guess, like, for the first campaign, maybe the bard. Though that's just how I think. I think maybe a bard would be, like, a good start. She storms out of the kitchen and up the stairs. You decide to give her some time to cool off while you leave to run an errand. You have a feeling she'll lighten up when you retrieve your new purchase. A new purchase? The dollhouse is a little bit cleaner than it was this morning. Dahlia has spent some time dusting and picking up. She prefers her home spotless, or at least she used to. Now it seems she settles for clean enough. Sorry about that. Now it seems she settles for clean enough, and she never bothers with the attic anymore. Thank you, Barry, for the explanation. I appreciate that. But then that's so fucking genius. That's incredible. Yes. I'm a goofy goober. Like, you can make your own songs and you can just sing them in the campaign whenever you feel like it. That would be incredible. And then you can, like, do a stupid song out of nowhere, like Goofy Goober, and then everybody would be like, "What the hell's a Goofy Goober?" Just like in character, I mean. She idly straightens the decorations atop her wardrobe in her room. A heavy thumb Excuse me. A heavy thumb quickly undoes this. Sing Rap God. That would be genius, Barry. But that is brilliant, though. You should bring your guitar, maybe make your own songs or whatever, and do that in the campaign. I think that'll be really fun. Yes, do that. I heavily encourage it. That'll be incredible. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like the first song you're making, Barry. Ben could like. Ben could use that for his campaign. It could like give some. Oh no. I just now imagine you singing "I'll Make a Whore Out of You." I don't know if I could say that. Can I say that? To hell with it, I said it anyway. Oh no, what you got? What you got, Barry? But yeah, Ben, if you sing, I'll make a thing out of you. Like that'd be funny if you sang that while someone was trying to seduce a dragon. That would be great. Yes, Barry, you mad genius. You could. You should. You absolutely should. You absolutely should. I think I. If you actually do that, Barry, I would pay you if I actually had the money. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say if it was, and this stream like gets ruined, then that's a really awful comeback. Oh no, hell no. I would not do slurs. I'm not. What the hell? I'm more of just cursing like a sailor. I don't think I'm doing that. Not in my life. What? She turns, looking around in surprise. Hesitantly, she peers out of her bedroom door and down the stairs. Whisker is already at the foyer, investigating. What is it? She descends the stairs, delicate joints clicking with each step. She finds a large box taking up the entryway. Oh my, a present? Her eyes light up with interest, running her fingers over the wooden exterior. There's a quirk to her brow when she realizes it's cheap compressed wood. Something new then? I mean, if you're gonna like make one for like Ben's campaign thing, then maybe Ben should sing it. But I guess that's up to Ben. I don't know. Whisker presses his ear to the side of the box. He hops back away when he hears a cough from inside, hiding behind Dahlia. Oh. What is it? She searches around the lid, unable to quite pull it up. She finally finds the hook on the other side and undoes it from the small peg that holds the lid shut. She practically throws the lid open, a bright smile on her face. Oh, Whisker, look! It's a jester! A new friend. Is he dead? Huxley. He seems like moody, like sad. I'm not dead. Oh, good. The clown in the box. He's a jack in the box. I just realized that. He's like a jack in the box. The clown in the box hangs limply when Dahlia drags him out of the box by his shirt. She's surprised to find that he's mostly fabric with little structure underneath. His sleeves are half empty, tied to the seams with a ruffle. All in all, his head is solid, but his body is plush. About like her cutting it a mouth. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, she said that like yeah, she said that like I really wish you could let me like cut a mouth open for you so you can actually talk to me, and it ran. She's about to become the most obsessive Dolly ever. Wait, are you talking about me or are you talking about Dahlia? Because there's two dolls in this stream, Ben. Dolly. All in all, his head is solid, but his body is plush. Hello, new friend. My name is Dahlia, and this is my friend Whisker. The rabbit's ears light back. Looking none too friendly, he keeps his distance. I'm sorry for all the excitement. It's just been so long since we had a new toy. Well, not had. Obviously, we don't have you. What are you, actually? Oh, where on earth are my manners? What do you go by, friend? No, I don't go by friend. And I'm a puppet. My name is Huxley. Huxley, how nice. And a puppet. Why, what? Damn it. I can't read. It's a puppet. Why, that does explain it. Oh, let me take you to a chair. I shouldn't be holding you the whole time like a little bear. He's so cute. They're both adorable. I love them. I love them. That is a great idea, Barry. That is a great idea. With Huxley comfortably? Damn it, why do I keep doing this to myself? With Huxley comfortably situated in his chair at the table, Dahlia sits opposite him. She's all smiles, even though the clown looks so sullen. Here, have some tea. Oh, can you hold the cup? Have a silly straw. Oh, that's adorable. Thanks. Despite the thanks, the clown doesn't make any move to drink the tea. Are you all right, Huxley? I didn't expect you to be quite as excited as me, but you look so upset. I'm not upset. What's there to be excited for? You've taken me out of a box, and here I am to sit in another box. The only difference is that I'm not the only one in this box. Well, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? I do enjoy watching Whisker, but he's not one for conversation. And now this won't be such a lonely place. What do you want to do? I'll show you. Damn. I'll show you that there's no... No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. What do you want to do? I'll show you that there's fun to have here. I don't want anything. Thanks. Oh. Well, surely that isn't true. Everyone wants something. Do you want some quiet? We could lie on the floor and watch the star projector. If that's what you'd like to do. No. We're trying to find something you want to do. Do you want to tell jokes? You are a clown. If you'd like. Did you hear about the clown car that crashed out in the middle of nowhere? Oh yeah. The Digital Circus is getting another episode. I'm really excited for that. Especially, like, the entire little trailer thing. I thought it was really good. I'm very excited for the next episode, especially with the all the candy theme going on. There were 30 casualties. I don't think I get that one. I'll try again. What do you get when you boil a clown? A laughing stock. I love him. I love him. It's the dark humor and everything. I love him so much. Oh, that's funny. Clown soup. I bet it would have polka dots too. Oh, let me try. A clown name. How the hell do you pronounce that? Hagelaki? Pekaleki? I cannot. How the hell do you pronounce that? Hagilaki? How the hell do you pronounce? What the hell? Pagiachi? Pagiachi. Maybe. You know what, Barry? I'll just go for your explanation. I'll go Pagiachi. A clown named Pagiachi goes to see a therapist. Oh, darn it, I messed it up. You're a funny lady, Dahlia. I almost said Delilah. What the hell? Oh, you smiled. Oh, don't stop because I pointed it out. I'll start getting the idea you're determined to sulk. Sorry. I just haven't told any jokes in a while. No audience unless I get brought out just for that. So I stopped. What's the point? The point of telling jokes? The point of coming up with jokes. If I only get to tell them when someone gives me the time of day. I don't like being a puppet. The only choice I get is to not participate. So I started doing that. Opting out. Oh, so you just don't do anything? Nothing I don't want to do. Which I don't want to do much lately, so... yeah, kind of. He looks uncomfortable at the direction of the conversation. It's clear he hasn't had to explain himself at length before, especially when so withdrawn from everything. Dahlia, on the other hand, is clearly mulling the idea over in her head. Do you think you want to do more if you could get around better on your own? Since then you could go anywhere you like, and not to wait for anyone to bring you there. Honestly, same. I do get what he means. I do kind of get what he means. That would make things easier for me. No offense, but I don't think I want you stitching anything onto me if that's what you're thinking. Huh? Why? Are you just assuming I'd be bad at it? Yeah, look up dark clown jokes. I'm pretty sure Huxley here might make more down the line. I choose to keep my answer to myself. That wasn't what I was thinking about anyway. Wait here for just a moment. I'll try not to go anywhere. Dahlia leaves the kitchen, hurrying off back to the foyer. She stands near the box. Damn it, every freaking time. She stands near the box Huxley arrived in and looks up, her gaze aimless as though she isn't quite sure of where to look. Hello up there! I imagine you're still watching, yes? Thank you for sending me a new friend. Now I've asked for one a lot, but I'm afraid I need to ask for something else. I'm sorry for asking so soon after receiving this gift. But it isn't for me, so I hope that might make up for it. So, do you think perhaps you could give me something to help Huxley move? Perhaps wheels? Or a wooden skeleton? Help. Yeah, we're gonna help him. You suppose there couldn't be any harm in it. If the puppet is really so broken that it can't even keep her company, it doesn't do much good, does it? It'll have to be a modification so simple that even the toys can figure it out. Though. You have an idea. Surely with only a single item to work with, she'll understand what needs to be done. You place your gift in the box Huxley had arrived in. Dahlia looks in surprise as she sees a large spring in the box. We're really making him into a Jack-in-the-Box. Oh, yes, this is perfect. Thank you so much. She eagerly plucks her prize from the container, needing both hands to carry it. It's as long as her legs, at the very least. Seeing as it's a bit unwieldy, perhaps it isn't the best idea to bring it near the tea set. She ends up leaving it behind, fetching Huxley instead. It takes the pair a few minutes to figure out the logistics of the attachment, but in the end, it's sewn securely to the opening of Huxley's body. He takes a moment to get used to balancing on the spring. He's an actual Jack-in-the-Box. This is certainly different. I think I'm getting the hang of it, though. The stairs will take some practice. That's what the railing is for, at least until you get better at jumping. Perhaps soon you'll be able to leap from the landing on the upper doorway in one go. She laughs at the idea, but seems to be very seriously considering it. Perhaps so. Everything else is upstairs, right? What about the back room? More stairs, unfortunately. That's the doorway to the attic. And what's up there? More stairs. The ceiling, silly. Just a sec. I was about to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze directly into the mic. The ceiling, silly. And some old odds and ends. Some things that just don't really have a place in the house. But they still have to go somewhere. Perhaps we could evenly convert it into a bedroom for you? It related or McDonald's related? Ah, damn. I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Because every time someone thinks of a clown, it's either it, McDonald's, or just a straight up circus. I mean, one that caught my eye has made me laugh. I'm still not sure why yet. Is this one? Well, type it in the chat. I want to see what the joke is. Isn't that kind of similar to the one Huxley said? Hold on, is there... Yeah, I can scroll up. No, he said two jokes. He said two different jokes. No, it's a little up higher. Yeah, he said like two different jokes. Yeah, there it is. Did you hear about the clown car that crashed in the middle of nowhere? There were 30 casualties. Yeah, it's not exactly the same joke, but it's similar. The two good yeah, the two good ones are in this game. I don't know, maybe he'll say more jokes in the future. We've barely started this damn game. Your cruelty knows no bounds, Lady Dahlia. Making a man able to jump, then putting him on a room with a low ceiling. I didn't mean. I know. I'm only teasing you. For someone who kept wanting me to lighten up, you sure aren't good at recognizing a joke. Oh, don't tease me. But I'm happy to see you're in such a better spirits. I am. I've never had anything. I never had something like this. No. Is this really okay? What do you mean? Nothing. I don't like being a puppet, so I don't know why I should feel odd about becoming something else. Like a jack in the box! I knew it. I was correct. Like a jack in the box? I would never. I mean to say, I'm not getting back in that box. Of course not! But you will have to sleep somewhere. And I suppose the box can stay here in the foyer. We could make it into a table or use it as a chest. I just don't want to have to carry it up the attic. Whatever you want to do with it, it's not mine. But yeah, I guess this makes me a jack out of the box. Which I'd also never do. I love him. Dahlia tilts her head in confusion once more. Huxley spares her any explanation of the joke. I'm actually feeling a little fidgety now. I think I want to give the stairs a try. Will you show me the rest of the house if I make it up? Of course. And if you can't, I'll carry you up. I don't know, probably. What's the matter? What's the matter, Ben? This is just gonna be a stream of clown jokes now, which I ain't mad about. I love clowns. Of course, and if you can't, I'll carry you up. I know it's so bad, but it's a clown joke. It's actually something that's not it or McDonald's related. Exactly. Why did the clown go to the hospital? Nice. This is just gonna be a clown stream through and through. I'll make it up even if I have to drag myself up. Just, maybe go stand out of the way just in case. Why did the clown cross the road? To get his rubber chicken. That is a good one, Ben. I applaud you for that. That's incredible. This is fun. Just clown just clown jokes through this entire stream. Clicked enter early. Oh no. To get his rubber chicken fuck. That's funny. That's great. With some time and effort and a couple of paintings knocked off the wall, Huxley manages to make his way up the stairs. That's nice. Dahlia feels perhaps a few new cracks were added to her face from the worry with which she watched when he twice spilled backwards down the stairs. I can't tell if that's just me not reading properly or if that's a typo. Luckily, the clown was not so delicate as she was. He bounced like rubber. Perhaps that's what he was made of. The thought remains in her mind that she'll have to remind her new friend that she is much more fragile than he is. But for now, she hurries up after him to congratulate him. I can't read. Congratulate him and show him around the upper floor. For some reason, I thought it said contradict, and I don't know why. The linen closet isn't exactly a room, but it's important to show regardless. The bathroom is of slightly more importance, of course, though perhaps less important than it would have been in a real house. Huxley notes a lingering smell of paint and powders in the bathroom. It must be where Dahlia... where Dahlia touches up her face. And lastly, Dahlia brings him to her bedroom. I don't think I've ever had anyone in here before. Well, aside from Whisker. You don't think so? Where is that little guy anyway? I kind of expected him to join us for the tour. Oh, don't mind him. He's so jumpy these days. I couldn't even tell you why. Perhaps he's less confident without other plush animals around. That there used to be more? I can't seem to recall. I know I knew a teddy bear once. Perhaps he was a friend of Whisker's? She frowns, brows furrowed in concentration. Huxley watches on with concern. Is remembering things a regular problem for you, Dahlia? In a sense, I suppose it is. Very little changes in... What do you call a clown who hates sitting down? I don't know, Ben. What do you call a clown who hates sitting down? A stand-up comedian. Oh, that's fantastic. That might be my favorite one so far. Very little changes in this house, so the days tend to blend together. If I have trouble remembering something, it'd be hard-pressed to know whether it's due to forgetfulness or because it happened longer ago than I realize. I've recently started writing in my journal again, though, so that should help with more recent days. I wasn't sure where it was for a while, so I'll have to really make good use for it now that I have it again. Huh? Yeah, sounds like a plan. And if I get curious, I could always read up on what I missed before I got here. Absolutely not. I keep it locked so you couldn't even if you wanted to. Heh, just another joke, Dahlia. I wouldn't read your diary. I feel like this is foreshadowing. You'd better not. Now, what I was going to show you. Now, what was I going to show you in here? I can't read. I love that one. I like that one. So that is a good one. I like that. Someone thought they found Bigfoot tracks in the woods. Turns out a clown was camping. Why do dollies make the best clowns? Because they put you in stitches. I love these two jokes. That's fantastic. keep putting more jokes in the chat. This is gold. Oh, I wanted to show you here my wardrobe. I keep my dresses here, but it's full of many games as well. You could feel free to help yourself to any of them if you find yourself looking for something to play. Why was the clown in pain? He bumped his funny bone. I have my bookcase in here as well. I have all the classics. Pride and Prejudice. A Little Princess. Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales collection. Quite the collection, Dahlia. Are you teasing me again? No. You're just very you. Huh? Except that one. The complete short stories of Edgar Allan Poe. A little bit of a gothic at heart, are you? Is Huxley a fan of Edgar Allan Poe? I did say I love the classics. What about you, Mr. Know-It-All? You're making yourself sound rather well-read. I've just had my share of bedtime stories in my day. He's so dramatic. I love it. And the others I've heard a little of an and the others I've heard a little of in homework form. Ugh. So dramatic. I bet there's a lot of foreshadowing going on. Like the diary talk. I think that's foreshadowing. But him, like, leaning back all dramatic, I love that. I have to say, it hasn't made me the most bookish kind of guy. Except maybe joke books. Ha! Well, in your words, that's very you. There's no shame in it. But I warn you that you will eventually want to do some reading. Beggars can't be choosers for entertainment in this house. Though, I'd be happy to read to you. Uh-huh. I can see it now. I'll let you know if I have trouble falling asleep here. Then maybe I could use it. It's refreshing to see Dahlia looking so lively again after so much time spent by herself in the dollhouse. Excuse me. She's had her problems in the past getting along with other toys, but the clown seems to be a good choice. Entertaining as a jester should be, but not so energetic that he would impose upon her lifestyle. She considers herself to be an elegant lady after all, and some wild fool would certainly find themselves meet with friction when it came to living with her. Hopefully, they continue to get along. In the following days, they seem to adjust well enough. They play their games and have their tea together, and even Whisker seems to be more at ease with Huxley there. It's a point of concern in some ways. Hopefully the rabbit doesn't come to be too affectionate with the clown. Why didn't the clown tell any jokes? Because he was dead. He absolutely would say that. You ain't wrong on that regard, Ben. You found one, Barry? What you found? What's the joke? What you found? But for now, it's happy days within the dollhouse. Oh, damn it, it's cutting off again. I'll do. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix that. You find yourself watching them regularly. Today, they've gathered in the attic to improve Huxley's sleeping area. No, I don't think so. That is a good one. That is a really good one. I'll probably like activate this after I get one of the endings. I don't think I can. It's fine though. I can like go to history and just read it, which is not that bad. I'm sorry. We don't have a better place to keep a lot of these things. Though I'm happy the bed is finally getting shit. Though I'm happy the bed is finally seeing some use. It's not so bad. The spiders have been keeping me company at night. That's my boy! I love him. Huxley's my favorite. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know. I just got a tickle in my throat. I got water. It's fine. But I love Huxley. He's my favorite. Spiders! Well, probably just little mites. I have wondered about some of the things you keep up here, though. Don't just change the subject after mentioning spiders. Are there really spiders up here? Huh. No, I was only joking, Dahlia. What do you call a clown in jail? A silicon? I think I get it. I think I get it, yeah. Ah, you'd better be. Horrible creatures. Damn, I guess. Well, Ben, you got something, Collie. Well, Ben, you got something in common with Dolly, I hear. Now, what were you wondering about? Well, I noticed some of the things seem out of place here. In Clown College, we are class clowns. What the hell did I just do? Oh. You looked away for 2 seconds. What do you mean? What do you mean, Ben? Oh. Yeah, Dahlia hates spiders. Yeah, yeah. You better be horrible creatures. Are they really spiders up here? You better be horrible creatures. Yeah, Dahlia doesn't like spiders. The paintings, sure. They make sense for you to have. But there are some old brass knickknacks in here that don't look like any of your other stuff. Like the big brass horse head. It's a knight! But you are right, it doesn't look familiar. And there's some old clothing up here. Oh no, that was Huxley. I need to pay attention to what this is. I need to pay attention to this. And there's some old clothing up here. Oh? I really haven't cleaned up here in some time. But I didn't think there was anything but spare decor items. What sort of clothing is it? Well, I found some bow ties. Like the formal kind. Not like my ribbon. And no offense to and no offense to our dearest Lady Dahlia, but they wouldn't really suit you. Do they belong to Whisker? No, Whisker doesn't really have any belongings to speak of. Whisker shakes his head to confirm this. He only has a little bed in my room and a few little toys of his own. Though, half the time he seems to prefer playing with balled-up paper more than the things I make for him. One doll's trash is a rabbit's treasure. I'm almost certain that's not how the phrase goes. Okay, there is some typos in here. Well, in any case, these seem like men's clothes to me. Though I did see some old care brushes and things as well. Okay, I get what's going on. Huxley's voice is making my throat tickle. The hell with it, I'm keeping it. Not ones that match your sets, though. Do you think some of this was left from whoever lived in the house before you? No, that no, that's fine. I got some Kool-Aid. I suppose that's possible. Though it seems stranger to me that the owner wouldn't remove the things before placing me here. Maybe the owner hoped for a more masculine doll. I'm sure I'm exactly what they were hoping for. They've had me this long after all. Well, the owner doesn't seem to be interested in doing much to your home regardless. So maybe they didn't bother with this. Or they're using your storage for their extra things. Oh, I hadn't considered that. And they get upset. Oh my god. And they get quiet at times, but that doesn't mean they lack interest. They love me. They love me and I love them too. You two should get a room then. Or, I guess, a house. Oh, hush! There's no need to be jealous, Huxley. I'm sure they love you too. I do love him. I think he's nice. You wouldn't be living here if they didn't find something appealing about you. It must have been my sparkling personality then. Perhaps it was. Right. that's a oh. I now imagine like a jester like funeral, like just popping out of the open open. Well, I guess it would be like a closed casket funeral, and then it just like flies open, and they jump out of the casket. Well, I don't have any doubts that they're tossing me in here for your sake, if they love you so much. How do you mean? Well, you have told me a few times just how lonely it is here without someone to have conversations with. And here I am. Well, I'm happy you're here, but I doubt it's just for me. It's all the same to me. As long as they leave me be, I'm just fine. Oh, that's just silly, Huxley. I know you'd enjoy their attention if you got it. Doubt it. Such a sour puss. I suppose we'll find out the next time they do decide to check in on us, regardless. I'll be holding my breath until then. The conversation comes to a stop as the pair go back to cleaning, but it leaves you with some thinking to do. It has been a little time since you initially purchased the clown, so you have a little time to get to know more about him. It has been a little time since you initially purchased the clown. Okay. More so than you could have known taking him off the shelf. Did I leave him on a shelf to rot for a while before I put him in the dollhouse? At this point... Oh, I gotta save. Huxley is winning me over, though. I love Huxley. It would be a lie to say that the clown wasn't growing on you. Though at first you did only bring him to the dollhouse in order to provide Dahlia with some company. He's a funny little guy in his own right. Even if not always through his jokes. We'll have to start thinking of some ways to make him feel more welcome at the house now. That you know Dahlia will be able to get along with him. This is like cooking companions. How so? Things are fairly peaceful in the dollhouse for some time after. You check on the toys from time to time, a little more frequently than you would when it was only Dahlia and Whisker in the house. It's more active than it has been in some time, so there's more to see going on. You decide you'll be adding some new things for them to move. Oh my god. You decide you'll be adding some new things for them from time to time to keep up with this little level of activity. Try that piece on the bottom right there. Whisker leans forward against the table to move one of the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. His little paw nudges it carefully down to fit within its place. Oh, okay. That's part of the red costume. That's why the color was so different. Oh, what are you two? Damn it. Oh, what are you two up to in here? Hey, Dahlia. Whisker was just helping me with this puzzle. I tried by myself, but you know me. Butterfingers. Huxley says this as he extends one of his digitless stump arms before lowering it again. Oh, yes, I see. I really enjoy puzzles, too. You should have told me. I would be happy to help. You were reading, so I didn't want to bother you about it. Plus, I think Whisker likes puzzles. The rabbit perks up at this, confirming the statement. Dahlia's demeanor changes at this. Something about this is bothering her. Whisker never wanted to do puzzles with me. Yeah, I am also kind of worried. I am also kind of worried, but at the same time, I'm only doing what I think I would do. I mean, in real life, I would favor all three of them. But I really like Huxley in this game. I think he's nice. I think he's cool. I don't know, maybe. He never wants to sit in my lap like that either. Actually, where did you get this? I don't remember seeing this puzzle before. You haven't? I found it in the foyer today. I assumed you left it out. I don't leave my things lying around. It must be new. How odd. The owner always brings new gifts to my attention. Heh. I guess it was for me then. I don't think it's much your style anyway. Dahlia moves a little closer to the table to look at the illustration at on the puzzle's box. Oh. It features a group of circus performers putting on a show in front of a drably dressed audience. The costumes are bright and colorful against the muted background. The only full character in the puzzle they put together so far was the mustached clown in the striped tights. A family photo. Yes, I suppose it would have to be for you then. Something wrong, Dahlia. You could still put it together with us. Not wrong exactly, but was this the only thing in the foyer? Yeah, I didn't see anything else out of place. Well, you two enjoy your puzzle then, I suppose. I have other things to do. What's up with her, Whisker? You think she's mad at me? I just love how dramatic he is. I hate guessing games like this. I guess I'll just ask her about it later. Dahlia makes her way up to the attic and knocks on the ceiling of the house. Are you up there? I know you had to be here earlier. Yeah, I won't ignore her. I thought so. That was awfully mean of you earlier, you know. Leaving Huxley a gift and nothing for me. Now that you have a new toy, you're just going to leave me to gather dust? She's being so melodramatic, but you did somewhat expect this from her. I mean, she has the right to be upset. It's not fair that you're favoring one over the other. You should make, something for both of them. I don't think she's being melodramatic. She's never taken well to having to share attention. Though you're a little surprised she's already noticed you giving him attention over a single small gift. He didn't even thank you or give you credit for it, so it's not as though he's going to be seeking your attention out because of a puzzle. You think you might be melodramatic? How so? How do you think you're melodramatic?
Well, since you don't plan on answering me, you should know I'm feeling very cross with you about this. Between leaving me alone in here for so long and then immediately turning your attention to your new friend, I'm feeling very replaced. So I expect you to do something to make this up to me. A fragile body and fragile heart. The porcelain drama queen exits the attic. You might consider getting her something as well to cheer her up. But at the same time, you don't want to encourage her to indulge in such dramatics every time you do something with Huxley. And you know she'll catch on if you make it a pattern. I mean, yeah, I'm also very emotional and I do act out sometimes and stuff like that, but I don't think it's melodramatic. I don't think that's the word for it. I guess. I don't know. For now, you'll just have to ignore this outburst. You leave the dollhouse alone for the rest of the day. The next morning, you decide to check on the group around breakfast time. Luckily, it looks like everyone is relaxed again, and they are all spending time together. Okay, so it's a quiche. Oh, it's a wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay, that is not a misspelling. Okay, so it's a quiche. Quiche, Huxley, a quiche. Are you paying attention? You look ready to fall asleep. I never get up this early. My head feels empty and my body feels boneless. You don't have bones. And I'm not sure if your head is empty or not, actually.
Don't judge him, Dahlia. It's a no bones day for him.
Do you have glass eyes like mine? Wait, you're distracting me. I'm trying to give instructions.
Sorry, Lady Dahlia. Please continue. When you were a boneless clown from Clown College. Yeah, he probably has a bone in there somewhere.
Well, I was going to give you dice.
What? Why can't I freaking read?
Well, I was going to have you dice the vegetables for the quiche, but I'd rather not have you holding the knife while you're so tired. Why don't you mix up the eggs for me instead? I'll measure out the other ingredients for you to mix in, and you'll just have to man the mixer.
Aye, aye, chef. Easier for me. I'm a klutz with a knife anyway.
Ah, right. Butterfingers.
Did she take that seriously? Again, emphasis on the knife. I think it's another foreshadowing. I want to make them happy too. I mean, like, Dahlia just wants attention. She wants to be loved, and she don't want to be alone. Huxley just wants to be happy. I want to be happy as hell. And little No, Huxley does not have fingers.
Yeah, Huxley is a puppet, and he doesn't have hands. I think he has like kind of like nubs, like to the elbow part, kind of nubs. So I don't think he even has hands at all. Maybe, I don't know. The group gets to work on their complex breakfast dish. Yeah, Barry, you might need to help both of us with that because I don't even know Telltale Heart. So you might need to help us both on that. The group gets to work on their complex breakfast dish. Dahlia works efficiently as she dices up their various vegetables into little cubes that will suit the size of the dish. She occasionally moves to check on Huxley's progress, but he seems to have things handled. Whisker hangs onto the clown's back, watching the mixture, turning it in the bowl and occasionally moving the lever switch when Huxley asks him to. As you watch, you start to notice how much Dahlia looks over their way, a small frown on her face. So you think Dahlia's gonna, like, kill Huxley and hide him under the floorboards? Is that what you're trying to say? Damn it. Okay. Oh, okay. That sounds pretty interesting. Whisker catches her eye at one point and looks away. She turns her gaze down to her cutting board. By the time everything is put together to go into the oven, she's on edge. She excuses herself from the kitchen, asking Huxley to set the timer for her on her way out. She heads to the foyer. Was she pissed? Probably. I mean, they have foreshadowed a knife. I'm heavily convinced that they foreshadowed a knife like a while ago. Just Dahlia. How long have I been streaming? Almost an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Stepping into the foyer, Dahlia spots a handful of items on the box turntable that Huxley arrived in. A couple of colored balls, some silk handkerchief squares, also colorful, some oversized playing cards. Nothing she'd really be interested in. But there's one particularly ornate item among the group. She approaches and picks it up. Oh, what a cute little cane. I usually prefer parasols, but this is nice. Ah. As she turns the wooden cane over in her hands, she observes the metal handle at the top. It's fairly textured, made to be easy to grab even without wrapping fingers all the way around it. The flat top holds a little painted disc. painstakingly etched with the decorative H. Your work is detailed, even when working with such small materials. You were very particular in making this this gift. Oh my god. The handcrafted cane lies splintered in half on the ground. Ooh, she's pissed. Whoa. Ah, what was that? Nothing. Didn't I tell you to wait in the kitchen? So, I don't have to. And I was worried. You were acting weird. Are those for me? Dahlia kicks the handle end of the broken cane behind her with her heel. Probably. Looks like all of it is for you. Whisker skitters across the foyer to Huxley's side, carrying the cane handle in its paws. His little plush steps went unnoticed by the larger toys in the room. Huxley takes the cane and looks to see what Dahlia was hiding. Why can't I read? Jeez, Dahlia, what's your problem? Seriously? What did I even do? It's not you. I'm just upset with the owner right now. I was really angry and I had just picked up the cane. I was so mad I just hit it against the box without thinking and it broke. It was an accident. Oh shit. He's crying. No! Bull, you didn't break anything else. You only broke something that was for me. Huxley, are you crying? No. I honestly didn't think it would mean so much to you. It's just a cane. It was made for me. Oh. Nobody has ever made something just for me. You have so much. But you want to take away what I've got too? Oh. It was an accident. You already admitted you thought about it. That's enough. You're very upset with Dahlia for this, and you can see Huxley is getting pretty worked up. Best to separate them for now. And put Dahlia where you don't have to look at her for a little while. But... You put Dahlia away in her room and lock the door. Huxley, who is already upset by this turn of events, is terrified at seeing your hand enter the dollhouse so suddenly. There isn't much else you can do but leave him alone to calm down. But she didn't have a knife. I don't know what you mean by take the knife first, because Dahlia didn't have a knife. At least not yet. Dahlia... oh. Probably. Yeah, we probably should, but we didn't. Dahlia pounds on the door of her room. Yeah. You can hear her voice cracking as she cries to you, threatens you, says whatever she can to think of the absolved of any guilt. I don't know, because Huxley... I don't think Huxley was that pissed. I don't think he's that pissed to the point of where he could stab her. At least not right now. Okay, so what happened was, I don't know when you left, but I'm saying like Dahlia went into the foyer. Yeah, he was just crying. He's just crying. He's just upset. That broke my heart to see him cry, though. He just wanted something nice, okay? But, yeah, Dahlia went to the foyer. Yeah, we made a cane for Huxley, and Dahlia broke the cane. And then he got upset at her breaking the cane because no one ever made him something so nice. And then, she kept saying it was an accident. And then, we had to separate them. It was not pretty. It was not nice. You can hear her voice cracking as she cries to you, threatens you, says whatever she can to think of to be absolved of any guilt. She just doesn't want to take responsibility for what she did. You decided to leave her in there until you're feeling less upset about what happened. We locked Dahlia in her bedroom. I don't know about Huxley, but he did, like, cover his head up, like he was, like, really, really shocked that we put our hand in the dollhouse to move Dahlia to her room. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna help her I don't think it's gonna help her at all. Whatever, whenever that happens to be. Yeah, I don't think isolating her is gonna make things better. For now, you decided to focus on making a new gift for Huxley. You hadn't expected him to be so sentimental over it, but knowing now that it's so meaningful to him, you're newly motivated to make something for him that he'll enjoy. If he's willing to accept something like that from you, even with his fear of your physical presence, it's a good start. Damn it. It's a good first foot in the door to actually be bonding with the clown. But what to make? Ooh. Hold on, I wanna save. I don't know about a portrait, but I do wanna try. Cause didn't it say that, like, Huxley was, like, sleeping on a really old ass. Yeah, he sleeps in the attic, and it was, there is a bed up there, but I think it said, like, the bed was not great. It's not good. Let's. Um. I think. You know what? I'll make him a bed. I'll make him a bed. I think the bed in the attic is not great. So I think giving him a new bed would be good. I don't know if the portrait is an everyone answer. I mean, I can always come back and see the other outcomes, but I don't think it makes a giant difference. Right, he's still sleeping on that rickety old metal frame in the attic that's been in there for years. See? He needs a bed. He needs a better bed. You're sure he could use something more comfortable, and on top of that, you can customize it to be more suitable for him. Perhaps it would look nice with some bright colors and a star relief carving on the headboard. Maybe bed knobs that look like circus sea lions balancing on a ball on their nose. That sounds so cute. The idea is ambitious, but your mind is already racing with ideas. You decide you had better get to work right away. Over the next couple of days, you leave the dollhouse alone to work diligently on the bed for Huxley. I don't. I think. Okay, I purely think we are the villains in this story. I'm pretty sure both Dahlia, Huxley, both of them are victims. I think they're both victims. You imagine he would like some time without you looming over the house after what happened before. Yeah, that is true. However, you know that before you can present him with his bed, you'll have to try to get things back to normal within the house. It's time to check on Dahlia. You find her lying on her bed, completely despondent. She's fully dressed, though you can't be sure whether that means she could be getting up every day to get ready, or just hasn't changed into her pajamas since you put her in there. You unlock the door with a click. She is immediately alert. You're back! I thought maybe you were going to leave me in here forever. I'm sorry for acting out before. I shouldn't have destroyed something you made. Well, this is a surprise. But you doubt she'll learn much from this even if she's trying to make it up with you now. You should consider my feelings too, though. Which is kind of correct. I should, but I guess I'm the villain in this story. I can't do that. It's not about the gift specifically. You know that, don't you? Oh boy. You weren't sure what to do in response to this. She looks ready to burst into tears, and you're still pretty cross with her. It doesn't negate your suspicion. She's only trying to get your sympathy. But, so you'll forgive her for acting out. She looks up and around the room expectantly. When nothing happens, she slowly sinks. I can't! The game will not let me be nice to her. I'm heavily convinced we're the villain here. I am now worried, Ben. I am now worried. If something's gonna happen to Huxley. Something's gonna happen to Huxley, and then I'm gonna be crushed. I see. You don't want to talk about it right now. That's fine. It's fine. I should go get Huxley a whisker now. I should go get... Oh my god. I am in for a treat. Oh no. Yeah, I'm trying to be at least before 9 o'clock. It's like 6:34 right now, so I got time. It must mean something. Watch one of the endings actually make me cry. Cause I'm really attached to Huxley, and Dahlia is like, I want to love her, right? I want to love her. And I should, but Huxley... What of? Oh no. I'm so... I'm worried, but I want to see. Okay. I should go let Huxley and Whisker know I'm out again. I mean, if it's bittersweet, then I wouldn't be as mad. Yeah, I don't like the narrator. I'm heavily convinced the narrator's the villain. And I suppose to talk to Huxley about this. I love you. Please talk to me soon. This is the definition of a toxic relationship. She anxiously hurries out of the room, her posture stiff and her expression full of worry. Just in case, you stick around to listen in on her and Huxley. You find the conversation already in progress, but their voices are low and hard to hear. Perhaps Dahlia didn't want you to listen in. I just worry that the direction that this is going. I don't remember it clearly, but I do have mentions in my journal. I don't think it's out of the question that replacement is. I don't think it's out of the question that replacement is what they have in mind. Was I right? Yeah, it was from Dahlia. Okay. Huh. Well, I know they mean. Huh. Well, I don't know them very well, so I couldn't say that, but when I got here, you tried very hard to tell me how much you trusted them on stuff. Plus, don't you think it's kind of an overreaction to a few gifts for me? This house is already full of stuff for you, so it's just common sense that more things would be added for me to balance it out. You just don't get it. My bond with them is special. So I can tell that they're pulling away. This is cooking. This is Barry. I don't think this is cooking companions. Well, so what then? So what? Yeah, I mean, they put me in here for you, didn't they? It's not like you'll be alone, even if they did decide to focus their attention on me. That's not the same! Oh. Ugh. I'm not trying to say I don't like you, Huxley. I like you a lot. You're my friend. But the owner, that's something else different entirely. My God. My friendship with you makes me happy. But you don't give my life purpose. Nobody can do that for you. Oh, wait, damn it. I gotta pay attention to who's talking. It's just the way they treat the narrator and the way things are supposedly happening probably. Yeah, I guess I can see the similarities to that. Nobody can do that for you, Dahlia. I know you think you're made just for them, but here's the thing. You have no purpose. Nobody does. Nobody can give you one. That's the awful truth. You have to get by in life on your own will. We probably did do this shit before with Dahlia. Like before Huxley arrived, and maybe before Whiskers arrived. We probably did the same thing to Dahlia. Maybe that's why she got like this crack in her face. That she got into a fist fight with another doll before, and she survived. Or just spin your wheels like I was when I just gave up. Maybe. It's your own choice. There's no pressure to live for someone else, but there's no drive outside your own wants. And that's difficult, but it is what it is. But that can't possibly be right. And how would you know anyway? You've spent your whole life just moping around hating what you are. Just because you lack any purpose doesn't mean I do too. Damn. I should have known better than to confide in you. You don't get it because you've never been in any... Oh, holy shit. You don't get it because you've never been someone's favorite. Oh. Well, I'm Whisker's favorite. Oh. Ugh. For the second time in just a few minutes, Dahlia storms out of the room. Though this time, it's clear she's angrier than she is upset. But at the very least, Huxley stood his ground this time. Dahlia looks like she's going to go sulk over tea in the kitchen, so you feel safe in leaving them alone while you get back to work. As long as she isn't at his throat, she can be mad all she likes. Oh, the foreshadowing! Ugh. Oh, wow. Today you finished your bed for Huxley. Oh, Dolly is gonna come in here and she's gonna be so mad. She's gonna be so mad when she sees the bed. Rather than draw attention to it, you left it in the foyer for him to find. You're excited to see his reaction. She is gonna go over the edge. He approaches the bed, reaching out to touch the headboard, as though to check if it was real. You feel a sense of pride in the little piece of furniture being carved out of real wood. It's not some cheap plastic diorama piece from a craft store. Clearly, he notices just how much work was put into it. He sits on the edge of the bed, testing out the springiness of the mattress. It's definitely better than the old one in the attic. It's only your hope that he would feel more at home this way. It's a big piece of furniture that can't easily be injured, and this style is all over it. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Starting to get light outside, so I just turned the lights off. Which makes sense, because it's almost 7. I hope I can get this done by 9, because I got something to do at 9. Like Dahlia's imposing 4-poster bed, Huxley's is meant to display he is very permanent. Give them the Sid treatment. Alright. Like Dahlia's imposing 4-poster bed, Huxley's is meant to display he is very permanent. He has a very permanent place in this house, and it's all his. You're, probably around, right? Right. There you are. Jeez. I just realized I didn't know how to talk to you. Especially since I've been avoiding you. You had to have noticed that. Sorry about that, and thanks for this. I really didn't think you care about me at all. Since it'd be really easy for you to just think of me as some object for your entertainment. Oh. But you surprised me. Also, I'm not lugging this thing up the stairs by myself. You'll have to move it. Oh no! Dahlia steps down the stairs, frowning as she looks at the conspicuous bed in the foyer. Huxley's initial I cannot read. Joviality, whatever, clears right up at seeing how she's looking at it. I'm done. I'm done. I give up. If I mess it up, I mess it up. Oh, what's this? It's taking up the whole doorway. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Joviality. Okay. Huxley gets back off of the bed where he was sitting. I don't think it's going to stay here. It's probably for the attic. Right, the attic. Joviality. Okay. I still appreciate it, Ben. I still appreciate it. I suppose we'll just dismantle the old one to make room for the new one. Huxley doesn't respond to that. He likely knows it holds a secondary meaning in her eyes. I suppose I'll have to do it myself, too, since you can't really help without. Really help with that. Maybe there's a chance to fix things. I really do hope there's a chance to fix things. You're just trying to get a rise out of me now. How so? It's the truth. Unless you think everything I do should be about you too. I am the only one who hasn't been acting that way over you after all, so I would understand your confusion. Why are you so jealous of me? Jealous? There's nothing to be jealous of. The owner is only giving you attention because you're a novelty. You're new, and they'll get bored of you. Oh. Don't bully him. He didn't even do anything. Shut up. And even if they do, whatever. Whisker's my friend. I thought you were too. But whatever. One is plenty for me. At least he cares about me. You never care about anyone but yourself. Oh. I think Whisker knows what's about to happen. Whisker quietly enters the room, having heard the commotion and his name being used. He looks especially worried. That's not true. I care about the owner, or else this wouldn't even matter to me, because they care about me too. Oh yeah? Then what happened to what you said before about their silence being fine with you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that even if she did calm down, we would still give Huxley gifts and give nothing to her. They can ignore you all they want as long as they aren't giving attention to anyone else. You're not sure about about whatever. You're not sure at all about whether they care about you. You're worried you're just a toy to them. Because you put all your worth into getting their approval. You make yourself miserable, Delilah. It's Dahlia. Why do we keep saying Delilah? So stop coming up with ways to blame me for that. Neither of us control what they do. Neither of us can know for sure how they feel. Neither of us can guarantee we're more than just possessions for them. Huxley is speaking facts. So it's pointless. If you don't want to be my friend, just leave me alone. You sit in silence for a moment. Is that really how he feels about you, even after you went out of your way to make him feel welcome? He's right about Dolly. He's right about Dahlia's insecurity, but maybe he's just the... Yeah, we've been sitting in silence the entire time. I'm pretty sure the only thing we ever did to communicate is just tapping. That's it. He's right about Dolly's insecurity, but maybe he's the same. Maybe he just can't trust you. Well, duh, we left him on a shelf for who knows how long. You don't like it, but it's hard to completely disregard his point of view. You aren't in the same position after all, and he knows it. Surely he realizes how long you've dealt with Dahlia and her dramatics, though. If you threw out toys every time they were difficult with you, you would never have any. Dahlia returns from the kitchen. Oh no! Does she have the knife? Yeah, that would be what happens if it was with someone so cold-hearted instead of a kid. It's been a while since I've seen Indian in the cupboard. I should look at that sometime. But she returned from the kitchen. I think she's got the knife. Huxley. What? What do you want, Dahlia? You really don't understand a thing. Yeah, there's a movie. There is a movie. You ruined everything. Don't you get it? Oh no. Dahlia. I've read both the book and seen the movie. The movie's pretty good. I think the movie's great. Oh my god. Dahlia holds a kitchen knife in her hand. Alright, hold on, let me get some water. Ready for some drama. Here we go. Yeah, we have options, but we don't do shit about it. Look at that, she got the knife. I was wrong. I can admit that. Wanting friends was wrong. Yeah, we just watched like it's like a TV drama. It should have been just us. Even Whisker doesn't need to be here. Whisker is quick to flee. Yes, Whisker, run! He bumps into the box, knocking the lid open. He uses it for cover. I don't know if I can even yell in the Huxley voice. You're acting nuts. If you want the bed so bad, just take it. I just won't have anything. It's better than whatever this is. I don't want the stupid bed. I just want things to be like they were. Dahlia, please, you're scaring me. You began to... Finally I do something. You began to reach in for Dahlia. Oh shit. But she lunges before you can come even close. You're doing it on purpose. Going on and on about how much it doesn't matter to you, about how you aren't even trying. It just comes so easy to you, doesn't it? Well, I worry and try to actually care about what happens. You just mope until everything gets handed to you. Oh, God. I'm so worried of what she's gonna do. I know she's gonna stab him, but it's hurting me in the heart. I'm not. But please, I'll just go. I'll ask him to take me out of here. That's not good enough. I need to know that you won't come back. Oh. No. He just wanted to be friends.
work. Oh. Dahlia. She just keeps going. That's it? That's all? That's all we get to say about it. It's just, oh no. With the knife, swinging, there isn't much you can do but wait. What kind of bullshit? He stopped moving early into the attack. She even tore out his spring and tossed it across the room. Not that he had been able to use it to get away. Oh my god. We don't care. Damn it. Shit. He's barely recognizable as the puppet you chose by the time she stands over him. Whisker's just hiding, and Huxley is split in half. She's gonna go after Whisker too. Oh my god. And the thing is, I don't even blame Dahlia for this because we encouraged this. He's barely recognizable as the puppet you chose by the time she stands up over him. His rubber head. Yeah, she was manipulated. I don't hate her. I don't hate her for it. Because she is as much of a victim as Whiskers and... No, Ben, hear me out. We encouraged this. We spoiled her rotten. We don't even give... The thing is... Yeah, she's like a kid. It's like she don't know any better because we actually left her alone by herself and everything. I don't say... Oh... Okay, Ben, listen to me. It's damn near impossible for me to actually hate a character with an undying passion. It's damn near impossible. I like Dahlia, but I love Huxley, and I love Whisker. And Whisker barely even done anything, and I love Whisker. And I'm mad. I'm like really, really mad that Huxley is this now. Yeah, I don't think Dahlia did it because I don't think she was like happy about it. I don't know, because the way we treated her, I'm pretty sure it's just a straight up abusive relationship. Yeah, I think she'll regret it too. I think she'll... Oh my god, if she actually commits the knife on her... I'm not saying the word, but if she, like, commits the knife on herself,
instead of going after Whisker, I'm gonna be so upset. I don't like the narrator. Like, I know I said I don't like the narrator in the Slay the Princess game, but the thing is, I did actually kind of like the narrator. I think he's okay. This narrator sucks. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen like a couple seconds from now. His rubber head was split right up the middle, and now he lays splayed on the ground like open butterfly wings. It's like half of his face is a mask, each displaying a different emotion held in his final moments. It's like comedy and tragedy. Oh my god. His lining is shredded, his stuffing tossed every which way. He's beyond salvaging. No. Why can't we salvage him? Oh god. Yeah, the narrator was good. Like, I know I acted like I hated the narrator, but I actually liked the narrator. He served his purpose. He had good intentions. But this narrator sucks. I don't like this guy. I don't like this person. I'm pretty sure if Dahlia was treated fairly with Huxley, things would have been fine. If we actually, like, I don't know, maybe talked, did something other than just tapping on the wood or just sitting there watching, things would have been fine. But no. Whisker, you weren't always so bad. I'm sorry about this. She didn't know what she did. What? No. You step away from the dollhouse. How did things go wrong so quickly? I don't know. Maybe because you're a piece of shit. Why do you do this to the children? Ben, don't make... Quit it. Quit it. You know what you're doing. Quit it. You need to find something to put Dahlia in. Why? Why now? She already murdered Huxley and Whiskers. She already murdered them. What's the use of putting her in something now? Ben, do not bring up the My Little Pony jar. Do not bring that monstrosity in my street. Don't, no. Barry, if you don't know what that is, don't ask about it. Don't ask about it. Drinks damn water. You can't leave her in there. But you don't want to pick her up while she's acting like this. What the hell's she gonna do? She has a knife in her hand. The least that she's gonna do is just give us paper cuts. The knife is the size of an X-Acto blade to you. But you don't doubt she would stick it right through your hand if you give her the chance. I have seen some screwed up. Damn it. Yeah, the jar. That was not the best thing the fandom ever offered. I don't want to remind about that jar. Barry. Don't bring that up either. That's for later. Yeah, jars are never a good thing. Unless, like, I don't know, if there's like a food, like a kind of recipe. Like moonshine or something. Alright. I mean, I would take the chance about the Exacto Blade thing. Yeah, it's 7 minutes after 7. I gotta hurry up on this. Assuming she didn't go for a vein instead. You find a jar that should be about the right size and grab a large paintbrush to shove her into it with and return to the dollhouse. We're just treating her like a wild animal at this point. You're met with a burning smell and the sight of smoke. How? How did she get a hold of matches? Or whatever. You find Dahlia sitting in the attic. The brief time you were away, she set the room ablaze. You could smell some sort of exhilarant. It makes you wonder if she put some thought into this before about what she would do. Yeah, if we just communicated or at least treated them both equally, this wouldn't be a problem. It occurs to you to attempt to scoop her into the jar, but fire is already creeping up the sides of her dress, of her hair. Okay, let's save. Let's save her. Although leaving her would be a mercy at this point, because I'm pretty sure that even if we did save her, the narrator is just gonna keep doing this cycle of abuse to her, but I also don't want her to die, so I'm gonna save her. Shut up, bitch. Okay. I believe in... Yeah, she should have mercy. But if it was me, I would save her. Although that's me, because you'll figure out how much of a person I am with these kinds of games. She's as much as a victim as Huxley and Whiskers was. The dollhouse is definitely ruined. Huxley and Whisker are beyond saving. Horrible as she has been, she's the only thing left. You reach into the dollhouse with your tools and scope the burning doll into the jar. It's lucky for her that you choose a glass container, or you wouldn't have even had the option. You hurry her into the bathroom, the lid held over the jar to try to keep the smoke from escaping. It's not quite enough to smother the fire. She lost her hand. And her hair, everything is almost gone. You finally bring her into the sink and turn on the faucet, drenching her and filling the container with water. Can she drown? I don't know. I mean, Huxley and Whiskers can be shredded and murdered. So can they drown? I hope they don't. By the time you've done all this, her cotton clothing has been ruined. Her wool-weft hair was easily burned away. Her paper flowers are only ashes in the water. She's naked and charred and unrecognizable. But she's alive. Try as she might to convince you otherwise by sinking motionlessly in the bottom of the jar. You'll have to remake her. The damage is extensive. But she's a monster of your making. See, Ben! Monster of the narrator's making! You'll breathe new life into her, and hopefully this time you'll get it right. Ending to A, the Princess Ashpuddle. That's it. Yeah, also, your making is also a key word. Alright. Alright, let's give her the mercy. Huxley was right in a way. She's in a hell of her own making. And never has it been so clear as now when you see her being taken by the flames. Cracks from the heat in her clothes and hair burn away. Exactly. Barry's got the idea. You look away. You start to think there was never a possibility of either you being happy in this arrangement. It's both a punishment and a mercy to let her burn. You leave to grab a pitcher of water for the fire. To scale, it's small and fairly contained. The only damage is the dollhouse. Still, you move your paint thinners and repair supplies off the table and spritz down the surface with water to catch any stray embers. And you wait. You don't put out the fire until you're sure she's been reduced to nothing more than porcelain debris. You take some responsibilities for the situation. You think. After all, it was your dollhouse. You were in charge of it. But things were clearly beyond any redemption. You're not sure when you'll be up to it, but you'll just have to start over fresh. A new home. Maybe new toys. And you'll be sure to control and you'll be sure your control is known to be undefiable, so that this never happens again. If I actually hurry it up, maybe it won't be another hour, maybe 30 minutes tops. The doll maker, the monster maker. This hurts my soul, okay? They both deserved better. Wait a minute. No, wait. Why did I do that? It's this one. Yeah. Dahlia remains the favorite. You might have to look, Ben, to see if there's 8 endings, because if there is 8 endings, I don't think I'll be able to finish that before 9. Yeah, exactly. You still feel Huxley is better suited as something of a distraction for Dahlia. Flawed little thing that she is, you wouldn't have kept her as long as you didn't have some attachment to her, especially with how poorly she gets along with other toys. She's quite lucky that even though she's so much trouble, you have to quite sentimental view of her. Hopefully the clown learns his place with time and stops bringing down the mood for her. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's what it says. If not, you could always make some adjustments. Or not. He's perfect the way he is, And she is fine the way she is if we actually treat them correctly. I don't like this narrator. Like, I like narrators, but this is like the worst of them all. Like, this narrator sucks. They shouldn't have these. They shouldn't have any of this. Probably. Like, they would actually get along. They should have been treated equal. They should have. But nothing can last forever. It's clear enough that the honeymoon phase is coming to an end by the argument you find already in progress when you check on the house today. There are definitely more than 4. Oh no. If there's more than 4, I don't think I'll be able to finish this in one sitting. Huxley, you've picked out our game 3 times in a row. We're going to play what I want today. You literally offered to let me choose. You can't say you don't care what we play and then take it back because you didn't like what I picked. I didn't know you were going to pick the worst one when I said that. The worst one? You seemed fine with it the other day. But fine, let's play this one instead. You like Parlo Detective, don't you? Are you serious? I'm just more in the mood for a word game. So you had a specific game in mind. I didn't realize which one I wanted till now. It's not as though I planned to argue with you. Could have fooled me. You're so sour, Huxley. I'll get the game set up while you're over there sulking. You'll feel better once we start playing. Hey, Whisker. What do you make of this? The robot looks up from his place on the little pet bed on the floor. He seems uneasy at being addressed in the middle of their tiff. Whisker doesn't even talk, Huxley. I know you're playing some joke. Whisker, do you think Delilah already started the game without me? I'm still setting it up. Because I'm starting to think we're playing charades. Or ESP tester. Or maybe just mind games. I don't think expecting you to take me at my word requires you to be psychic. The only funny thing about this is how silly you're acting over some board games. Yeah, well, maybe I'm not in the mood for your kind of game. So you're pitching a fit over not getting your way? Huh. Oh shit, no. I gotta pay attention to who's talking. That's rich. No, if you just said what you wanted from the beginning, I wouldn't care. Honestly, if you wanted to watch paint dry and you were serious about it, that'd be fine with me. But I'd rather drink paint than get jerked around. Damn! Then enjoy the taste of your new colors. I'm not in the mood to play anymore. Dahlia shoves the little letter tabs and the game board back into the box she had been removing them from. Even Huxley looks a bit surprised at this reaction, and primarily looks irritated. It's odd to see him so worked up. Though he has been more lively since Dahlia helped him get back on his feet, it's rare to see him feel so strongly about anything. The general state of ennui he carries himself with leaves little room for such emotional outbursts. Not beyond a sarcastic remark, anyway. So seeing him like this, it's a little worrisome. Once the game is put away, Dahlia moves to push him along towards the door, meeting resistance when she does. What are you doing? Oh, they're Whisker ran. We're not going to be playing anything now, so I want some time to myself. Get out of my room. How mature of you, Miss Dahlia. Really befitting of a lady of your caliber. Out! The clown finally exits the room and she slams the door behind him. With him gone, she sighs and presses her back to the door. It takes her a few moments, but she gathers herself and straightens out her dress and then her hair. What's bright? Did I miss it? I probably missed it. I'll probably just look back on it sometime. When she looks around and sees Whisker is no longer in the room either, she sits down on her bed. She sits down on her bed and takes up her diary and pen from her dresser. Oh, when she says out? Yeah. I swear, I can't count on anyone to just be civil. She begins to write. You decide to leave her to her personal writing. The next morning, you decide to check in on the house, on the dollhouse, to make sure things have cooled off from the day before. Dahlia is waiting in the kitchen, presumably for the other toys. She seems to be lost in thought. The distant look leaves her face when Huxley enters the room. You can tell by his expression he's wary of what she might say to him. Presumably, they haven't spoken ever since their fight. It's probably good that you're here to watch them just in case. Good morning, Dahlia. His tone is flat, cautious perhaps. Good morning, Huxley. Dahlia's greeting is chipper. Her tone sing-song as though she doesn't even recall the fight before. The clown is caught off guard for a moment by this, but regains his composure. I was just waiting to make breakfast. I assume Whisker will be joining us. But that... It's Dahlia who's talking, not Huxley. Ugh. Why can't I pay attention? My God. I was just waiting to make breakfast. I assume Whisker won't be joining us, but that's all right. I'll leave out some leftovers for him. What will we be having today? You're leaving it to me to choose. Oh, sorry, I wasn't asking you. She must mean you then. Crepes, oatmeal. We'll go for this one. You reach into the kitchen with him and carefully pinch the little cookbook up in the cupboard between the tips of your fingers. Huxley's eyes look wide and you can see him tense his jaw as soon as your hand enters the dollhouse. Oh. He's so afraid. His whole body is wound tight as though in preparation to flee the room. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. 'Cause I assume they're like really, really small, kind of like the size of a 6 ounce water bottle or shorter. And then they see a giant hand reach out for you, like the hand of God. That actually is a terrifying thought. So I would not be surprised that he's so terrified. Dahlia, on the other hand, smiles at her as her dark eyes watch you take the book from the room. You grab one of your tools to help with moving the pages, a thin pair of tweezers you usually use for toy repairs. Oh, you you just tear the pages out if you try to handle them yourself. You carefully select the recipe, then hold the book and the tweezers to keep it open as you return it to the room. Dahlia reaches up to accept the book out of the tool's grip. The puppet shows the puppet shows a sliver of teeth between his lips, but doesn't speak. You take your hand back out as soon as the item is passed off. You aren't sure what he's thinking, but you can tell he's very upset by your intrusion upon the toy's space. Oh, it's been a long time since I've made crepes. Crep is whatever. I have some wonderfully juicy strawberries in the fridge as well. They'll be perfect for this. Huxley, do you prefer yours with chocolate sauce or just whipped cream? I'll have it however you're having yours. How can you tell when they're there anyway? They're here, whatever. I can't read. I'm sorry. I apologize. You ask so readily. Oh, I ask every day. You usually sleep in though, Mr. Lazy Bones. Lazy no bones? Yeah, well, I was having trouble sleeping, so I'm up early. Because you are sleeping in an old bed that you can... Oh. I'm so upset. I'm so upset about the endings. Oh, let's have some chamomile tea before bed tonight then. I'm sure you'll sleep well then. Yeah. We'll worry about that tonight though. For now, I have crepes to make. You're going to love them, I promise. But since they're rather troublesome to make, I'd like you to help as well. Of course. I can't cook though. I'll be doing all the cooking. I just want you to slice the strawberries for me. And do be careful with the knife. You watch as Dahlia starts to prepare her whipped cream and crepe batter. I can't. She periodically stops to correct Huxley on his cutting technique. Each time he seems a little more discouraged, but he doesn't remark on it. It's probably for the best. You watch until Dahlia starts putting together the crepes, lovingly rolled into little cone shapes and filled with cream and fruit. At some point, she recuts some of Huxley's strawberry slices into harps on top of them. To top them with. Things seem peaceful again as you leave them to their culinary work. Hopefully the morning together helps them put that argument the night before behind them. Your hopes that the toys would need much more supervision to keep getting along turn out to be a little too optimistic. You find yourself regularly checking in on them when you hear arguments breaking out in the dollhouse. Despite Huxley's originally harsh demeanor toward Dahlia when she would snap at him, you find he is becoming more and more upset by these developments. You never really took him for an emotional type. You're not sure what to make of it, but Dahlia is convinced that he has only crocodile tears for her. I don't think those are crocodile tears. Even if so, you find yourself worried about the state of the dollhouse if they continue to bicker this way. You only brought Huxley in as a way to keep her entertained and to provide her some company that would actually talk to her. But you're starting to wonder if that was the right decision. The mood in the house has become unhospitable, and you sometimes find yourself considering separating the two by adding an extra wall to divide the dollhouse. But that would hardly be a practical solution. Like every other day, you find yourself checking on the dollhouse when it becomes too quiet. You need to see what the two inside are up to. You see Dahlia is currently having some tea in the kitchen by herself. She seems fairly content. But you did hear another fight earlier. You check the attic for Huxley next, expecting to find him moping by himself after another rough day. But he's not there. What's he doing in here? You watch in silence. Whisker rests on the pet bed in the room, and his head turns to look at the clown as he crosses the room. Huxley brings an arm up to his own face and mimes a shushing noise. A little difficult to do without fingers, but the rabbit seems to understand. He lays his head back down, and Huxley continues to across the room. He lingers at the bookshelf, bending down to examine the spine of each entry there. He checks the board games as well. Not finding what he's looking for, he heads to the dresser next. His eyes wander over the basket of flowers and the clutter of small desk items Dahlia keeps there. A little notepad with a list of chores and repairs to be made sits on top. He leaves through this but drops it back in place once he sees how mundane its contents are. His lips tightened in discomfort. He only opens the first drawer of the dresser. He shuts it much more quickly when he opened it. At least you can be sure he wasn't looking for contents of that one. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna fix that, Mike. He opens the next one, and this time he reaches inside. Dahlia's diary. I knew that was foreshadowing. He's gonna look through her diary, and she's gonna be so upset. He closes the drawer and leaves the room, heading right back up the attic with his findings. Whisker gives a worried frown from his position on the pet bed. This is a bad idea. The lock on the diary is a minor obstacle. He simply uses a small knife from the kitchen to cut it as close to where it attaches the book as possible. It can just be glued back into place. Huxley opens the book and sets it out on one of the dusty boxes that can be more easily read. And turn the pages. Whisker is the only one who knows that shit's gonna get serious. His touch is careful, aware of how suspicious it would be for any of the diary's pages to be ripped. Though he notices right away some of the older ones are missing. You originally had taken those out for Dahlia, but now you're glad you did for an entirely different reason. You never thought about other toys snooping. Dear Diary. I'm not doing it in Dahlia's voice. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'll just do it in Dahlia's voice. What the hell not? Dear Diary. I can't seem to find my old journal, so we'll be starting fresh. But it is a lovely day for such fresh starts. Rose finished another painting today for the foyer. The results are beautiful. She is such a talent with paint. I wish that I could make something half as lovely. I can at least say I provide something in return, since I'm working on a new dress for her. I do hope she likes it. Dear Diary, I have asked for some flowers to put up some arrangements around the house. Since Rose paints so many flowers, I'm sure she would like some for her still lives as well. I'm not sure why I'm bothering, though, with how difficult she's been lately. It seems like she disagrees with me just for the sake of it, even on the littlest thing. I'm not going to say anything to her about it, but I wish that she would stop regardless. Dear Diary, honestly, I think she's jealous of me. It's the only thing I can think of. Rose used to be so sweet, but now it's like walking on glass when to be around her. Or is it eggshells? Either way, she needs to stop picking fights with me. Our owner is only excited by her. Our owner is only excited by her because she's something new enough to still be novelty. If she thinks that means she's better than me, her wooden head is as empty as it sounds when the wind blows through the house. Whoo! A crude drawing of a doll's head with wind blowing in one ear and out the other adorns the next page. A couple after that are removed. Dear Diary, I'm terribly lonely here. I think the owner sent Rose away due to my complaints. I haven't seen her in days, and they won't answer me as to her whereabouts. Or has it been weeks? I'm not sure anymore. I suppose it can't have been days since I'm having difficulty remembering exactly when we last spoke, even picturing her face. I wish she had left behind some self-portraits. I miss her dearly. Huxley frowns and skips ahead past many pages of mundane daily goings-on around the empty house. They range from cheerfully recountings of craft projects to disparate letters to no one, expounding on her loneliness. And you still think she's a villain, Ben? You still think she's a villain, even though we left her abandoned in this house for God knows how long. A new home with new faces. I was able to bring a few things with me, but it feels quite frightening all the same. Luckily, Lucille has been a very gracious host. She shares everything with me with an eagerness that tells me she's been as lovely as I have in these past years. Though I don't enjoy sleeping in the attic, it's rather eerie up here. I feel terribly out of place. Maybe if I wish hard enough, I'll return to the home I know. Huxley eyes the old bed frame that now holds his own bed. He just assumed Dahlia had always lived here, and it was her home. Lucille is not what I thought she was. She's so cruel when she wants to be. Today we sat on the roof together to see the stars. She pushed me. The owner doesn't believe me. They replaced the arm that was damaged, but my face wasn't quite restored. My face can't quite be restored. My eye. I feel so broken behind. I can't. I feel so broken beyond that, though. Perhaps I'm just very unlucky, but nothing ever quite works out of my favor. If I can convince the owner of what Lucille did, perhaps they'll actually do something. But until then, I think I'll just be avoiding her. At least I say something that would further prevent any sort of peaceful revolution or whatever. I need free good water. She deserved it. They wouldn't have done that if she didn't. The puppet stares at the pages, chewing his lip and looking deep in thought. Villain! He leaves through the next quiet stage of Dolly's life until he finds another name. After so long, the owner has gifted me a new friend. New friends. Theodore and Whisker are a delightful little pair. I would never say so to them, but I'm a little disappointed that the owner didn't think to bring me a doll like myself. But Theodore is still a kindly gentleman, even if he is rather fuzzy. And Whisker knows so many tricks, such an agile little thing. I'm sure we're going to get along grandly. Yeah, the owner is so evil. This section seems to be missing the most pages. There are areas where even Dahlia writes about her frustration with her diary being tampered with, and how often she finds herself confused about past events and other toys discussed with her. Eventually, Huxley finds in newer pages that Theodore's name simply isn't mentioned again, not even in a mere fashion as when Dahlia lamented on the loss of her initial friend. Huxley finds the more recent entries as he seeks the point where he initially arrived. Finally a friend. A new friend who might be as sad as me. But at least he speaks. At least it's not only me now. At least I could look at his face and recognize him. I had started to think perhaps the owner hated me. They placate me with gifts, but they never let me out anymore. And I know they have other toys. I can see them from the window, working on other projects. Only just barely. I don't always understand what I'm seeing, but I know that's what they're working on with. Unnoble things, but noble faces. If Huxley hadn't arrived, I don't know what I would have done. I was at my wit's end, but finally things are normal again. Huxley is a curious fellow. I rather appreciate the humor he brings to the house, even if I wish Whisker wouldn't look at him quite so interestedly. Whisker ignores me when he can. But I'm happy to share my books and my time with Huxley. I don't know if he understands our situation quite the same way that I do, but he likely already knows that there won't be more toys added to this home after him. Unless one of us were to be replaced, of course, but I wouldn't let that happen. Wouldn't let either of us be replaced, or wouldn't let herself be replaced. The rest of this is just about things we've done together, though. She does kind of talk about me like she thinks I'm stupid or something. Huxley frowns and finally closes the diary. This was a waste of time. And now I have to fix the strap too. I remember seeing some glue in Dahlia's scrapbooking supplies. I'll just use that. He leaves the attic to return the book to its original hiding place in the bedroom. Dahlia is already there. No! Why are you acting like that, Whisker? You funny little bunny. You've never tried to play with my things before. Now give me my hairbrush back. Come. Huh? Huxley tries haphazardly to hide the book behind his loose sleeves. Oh, hey, Dahlia, Hello, Huxley. Did you need something? No, it was really quiet up in the attic. Oh, isn't it always though? She smiles, amused by the sounds to her like a very silly excuse to come find her. I was just brushing my hair until Whisker stole my brush. Silly little thing. Whisker tenses as Dahlia reaches for him. Oh. He squeaks as she picks him up by the scruff. Dahlia, be careful. It looks really, uncomfortable for him. Oh, he's just being dramatic. He always is when I pick him up. She tugs on the brush in Whisker's paws. Huxley finally catches on to why the rabbit is acting so strange. He tries to inch closer to the dresser while Dahlia is occupied with Whisker. Oh no. The book slides right out of his grip and onto the floor when he tries to lean over towards the dresser. Oh no. Dahlia drops Whisker, her eyes trailing right down to where her diary lies on the floor. She looks stunned. but only for a moment. What are you doing? Dahlia, That's my private writing. What's wrong with you? Coming into my room and stealing things? You horrible creature.
Oh, he's not horrible.
I had a reason, okay? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. What reason could you possibly have for rifling through my drawers and violating my property? I share everything with you, Huxley. I should at least have my own thoughts myself. I wanted to know what's going on in your head. You've been getting really mean with me lately. So I thought I'd just see what I was doing wrong. If it was me or you. Or if I was doing something that was upsetting you. I should have just talked to you about it. You're accusing me of being mean while you've stolen from me? And just how have I mistreated you, Huxley? This is my home, and I'm sharing it with you. I make you food, and I play games with you. I even fixed you. I wasn't broken, you know. And that's part of it. You do things for me, but then you act like I owe you. Like you're counting how many favors you've given me to turn in later. Plus, you get so angry about everything if it doesn't go in your way. I don't want to feel like I have to watch every little thing I say, or you'll get upset. You have an awful attitude, Huxley. What am I supposed to say? Being upset by your rude behavior isn't unreasonable. Disagreeing with you isn't rude. So is stealing not rude either? I already apologized. And if things I do for you make you feel so awful, then I don't think I should do anything for you anymore. You ingrate! You're being ridiculous about this. Coming from a clown! Maybe you're right. Maybe you weren't broken before like I thought. Maybe you're just made wrong in the first place. No! Don't do this to him! Dahlia, please, you're better than this, girl. Dahlia cups her hands around her mouth and looks up at the ceiling. You can take your spring back. We don't want it anymore. Dahlia. Get rid of it. Get it out of my house. Stop it. Oh no. Huxley shoves Dahlia backwards, causing her to stumble. She trips over Whisker, who scurries to try to get out of the way. There's a quiet crack when she hits the ground. Oh no. Huxley stares at her with her eyes wide. I didn't mean. You decide you've seen enough of this. Wait. You scoop the clown out of the... Oh my god. Oh my god, we suck! You scoop the clown out of the dollhouse as Dahlia picks herself back up. You can see her limp as she steps forward. Likely some minor leg damage. You'll have to fix that. As for Huxley, clearly giving him equal footing with Dahlia in the home was a mistake. Did we just rip his spring out? You carefully tear out the sections of the fabric to keep the spring in place in the puppet's body. Once it's done, you set the metal piece aside. It's what she asked for after all, and in this case, you're inclined to agree with her. You gently place Huxley back in the dollhouse. His breathing is heavy and his body trembles as he lies on the floor, unwilling to get back up just yet. We traumatized him. He's so sensitive about any sort of contact with you. Pitiful, really. Dahlia brushes off her dress and frowns down at him on the ground. He looks back at her with glossy eyes. Dahlia. Huxley's expression betrays the level of hurt he's feeling. Even beyond the physical even beyond the physical change, this is clearly an incredibly deep betrayal in his eyes. What? You got by without it before. But since you think my input doesn't matter anymore, there's no reason to keep using the thing I decided to give you, right? You'll figure something out by yourself. Unless you decide to take back what you said and plead with me for forgiveness. Huxley's expression darkens and he goes quiet. The silence hangs thickly in the air, stifling the mood in the room. Whisker looks uneasy despite the look not being directed at him. He's quick to leave the room. Well? Dahlia, if you really think you're right about this, your face isn't the only thing that's cracked. Oh shit! The doll's eyes widen as she shoots the clown an incredulous, infuriated look. Is that so? I guess I'll be taking the attic back as well. You came with a room anyway, didn't you? You can sleep in that box. Don't put him in the box! How about you give me your bed instead, since you'll have to sleep in mine if you want to keep me out of it. You're so ridiculous. I thought we were friends, but your jealousy clearly is too much for you to overcome. It's such a pity. Why couldn't you just play nicely, Huxley? I was playing nice. That was my mistake. Just watch yourself if you're thinking about getting mean with me, Harlequin. And get some water. You know our other friend would be quick to punish you if you raised a hand to me. Huxley's eyes search the room, passing over the ceiling and windows. He knows you're watching, which he should. You don't want him getting any ideas considering you already had to confiscate the spring. And just like that, he seems to lose all energy. You're right. It's pointless. Mm-hmm. So why don't you just crawl in your box? Huxley says nothing as he leaves the room, having to pull himself along the floor. When he reaches the stairs, Whisker at least helps him along, since he's sure Dahlia can't see. At least Whisker's helping him. Well, this don't feel like cosmic horror to me. Dahlia, on the other hand, is looking pleased with herself despite the edge of sourness still affecting her mood. Honestly, can you believe the nerve of him? I do so much for him and he decides to treat me like this in my own home. Clearly he forgot whose house this is. I shouldn't have expected such sense from a clown anyway. Thank you for looking out for me. I know you would. We've been through so much together. I love you, my dear. Huxley! Why does he get the punching bag and Dahlia? Oh my god, I hate the narrator so much. I'm blaming the narrator. I am sticking to it. I don't care what happens next. I still see Dolly as the victim. And Huxley is still the victim and Whisker's the victim. I'm blaming it all on the narrator. When you check on Huxley, he really has returned to his box, curled up inside, much like when you first put him in the house. Actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. You imagine that he'll get over his mood with enough time. Hopefully he comes back out with a new attitude as well. You expected a little better when you chose him, honestly. In any case, you're glad that little problem has been taken care of. It has not been taken care of. He did not do what I just think he did. Oh, God. Later in the evening, a surprisingly loud sound draws your attention back to the dollhouse. You check the foyer first. The large mirror near the attic door remains intact. Huxley doesn't seem to be in his box anymore. He must have snuck back up the attic to sleep. He doesn't seem to be present there either, and it appears the picture frame in this room also was the source of the noise, and it is still in one piece. You already saw into the kitchen from the entryway, and it was completely dark. So that leaves... You decided to check Dolly's room. Though it's unlikely she does have a decorative window, it'd be possible to break. It would be possible to break, as well as various glass knickknacks. It looks like she's awake as well, as you see a dark shape on her bed. Closer to the bed, you realize there is something laying on the floor. A brass... It's the freaking horse head that Huxley mentioned in the attic. The brass night piece. You're putting off the inevitable. You finally move the curtains on Dahlia's bed to look in on her. He really smashed her face in. He really smashed her face in. Her eye is still there. Let me get... Ah, you're here already. Yeah, he gave up and took Dahlia with him. Ah, you're here already. I kind of expected to see you in the morning. Whoopsie. I guess this is a little awkward for you, isn't it? You look at Dahlia's remains on the bed. One of her glass eyes rests on the comforter. You painstakingly replicated... Oh my god. You painstakingly replicated her original one after she was first damaged. Now there isn't even a face to house it. She's only porcelain, but somehow the side of her head completely disfigured. Like this still feels horribly cruel. And everything that you did, narrator, everything that you did is not cruel. You're probably still looking at her, right? You spoiled her, you know. It's pretty awful of you to put me in this position, but maybe worse for her. I can't imagine someone gets to be in her position without being enabled in some ways. Maybe that's why she couldn't get along with anyone before me. But hey, you have a new favorite now, right? Even if you hate me, I'm the only one now. Huxley gets it. He's the only one, besides Whisker, who's really, really aware. Or do you only like pretty little dolls? Oh, I didn't do anything to Whisker. I haven't seen him since I got the chess piece from the attic. Why do you care anyway? If you liked him, you wouldn't have let Dahlia treat him like a pet. Never mind. Does it matter now? I hope he got out. You're probably going to break me now anyway, right? Better he doesn't have to see that. Or see her. I think he lost. I don't think. Well, the thing is, we took his spring, and he destroyed Dahlia. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have gotten that far if he did try and escape after killing her. It is the influence of the. I think Ben fell asleep because he's been awfully quiet. But yeah, it's the influence of the owner. Keep him. Oh, you're just multitasking? Okay. I was gonna say, you've been awfully quiet. Like, did he fall asleep? You gently lift Huxley out of the dollhouse. It is well and truly tempting to pick the puppet up and pop its little sculpted head right off his shoulders. But what would be the point of that? He's sweating like he's nervous. You have nothing left, just an empty dollhouse. You're not sure how you managed to lose control of the situation so quickly. You were only away for a little while. You shouldn't have to watch the house for every second of every day and night to avoid these kinds of disasters. Maybe treat them correctly. You could never stop it when it happened to Dahlia. Of course, you couldn't stop it when it happened to her either. In the end, I mean, we haven't seen the other ending yet, but I mean, yeah. I don't think there's any happy endings in this game. In the end, maybe it is on you for not maintaining a better balance in the household. You can't be sure. You leave the dollhouse alone for now. You may come back and check on Huxley and start the other's task of attempting to build a connection with him. And shouldn't be impossible, even if he is the difficult type. Dahlia was the difficult type too. It took a lot of work to get her to do as you wanted and involved a lot of compromising. So manipulation. Toxic relationships. Maybe too much compromising. If you hope to ever introduce new toys to the dollhouse again, you'll have to hope you've learned from your mistakes with her. The clown got you off guard this time, but you'll soon be in control once more. Your new favorite. One more ending to go, and we're gonna have to break him. Again, just like Dahlia being burned, I guess it's a mercy. But at the same time, we're doing it with our bare hands. This sucks. Okay, cool. Then after this, we should be done. Yeah, it's 5 minutes after 8, so we got it. Nice. I'll take a nap later, it'll be fine. You're sure it's what he wants anyway? Oh. Oh, my heart. I mean, we can try that. I might have a couple. I want them both to be happy too.
I hate this. You easily take the puppet out of the dollhouse and tear him in half in your hands. His fabric body shreds with minimal effort. What a waste. Dahlia is beyond repair. Huxley was a disaster. That rabbit has completely vanished. You'll have to start over from scratch. You don't even know if you'll have it in you at this point. You probably shouldn't. You probably get a different hobby. Perhaps you'll avoid choosing such big egos in your next project. It only causes trouble when they crave to be in control, knowing you're the only one with any control here. Well, save for instances like tonight. Even humans can't control everything. You spoil her. I hate this. Yeah, Whiskers made it out. And that's because Huxley and Whiskers had a good relationship. If Whiskers actually treated Huxley like a friend, like they were actually cool. All right, we'll try this. We gave him a bed. Let's remake the cane. Hold on, I gotta skip no. No. Yeah, I think the skip button only shows up when I'm at dialogue I've already seen. Right, the cane really meant a lot to him. Yeah, she was like Huxley when she started. So they were both victims. They both were victims. They both, no, all three of them deserved better. I these endings crushed my soul. I don't like these endings. Yes, exactly. Exactly. This guy needs a different hobby. Yeah, in for a treat. I hate this narrator. Like, fuck this guy. I don't like this narrator. Those little babies need love, and they deserved a whole lot better. Right, the cane really meant a lot to him. He originally thought of it as a convenience item to help him reach things around the house that are difficult for him without hands. But you wanted it to be personal for him as well, hence the elaborate customization. While not the most beautiful miniature you ever crafted for the house, as a first for him, it still holds some meaning. You decided to clear the remains of the old one once everyone is asleep. Then you'll make it anew. And now I can just skip to... There we go. He carefully picks up the cane. It's not a perfect recreation, but one you took a little bit more time with. I know, it sucks. Tiny relief carvings spiral down the cane. They aren't detailed since the scale is a difficult factor for you, but they were chosen with care. Stars and simple comedy and tragedy masks were the main motive you chose. The masks feature prominently on the metal handle as well is certainly more ornate than before. But you use the same H initialed
medallion as before as the inlay. A careful reconstruction of the original gifts with a little extra love put into it to make up for the loss of the first. He holds it with his arm, standing there in quiet thought before he breaks the silence. You're probably around, right? This is the same dialogue. Don't think I'll be dressing up all swanky to match this thing, though. It'll be for knocking stuff off the shelves and helping me up with stairs. And that's it. And then... Oh, that cane. I suppose I should keep my distance then. What do you mean? It's not like you'd break it a second time. I told you that was an accident! You're still trying that, huh? I guess I didn't mean to imply you wouldn't break it again out of the goodness of your heart anyway. You only wouldn't break it because you got in trouble for it the first time. And I suppose you had the time of your life with me locked away in there then, didn't you? Not having to do with me encroaching on your time with Whisker or the owner. Perhaps I should worry of how you might think up ways to get rid of me for longer than that. You're just trying to get a rise out of me. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's all of it. And we're gonna do the portraits, and then we're gonna end the stream here. Of course, a painting of Huxley to put on the wall in the dollhouse. A portrait of a sad clown is already a classic piece of decor, so it wouldn't look particularly out of place. But more importantly, it should make Huxley really feel at home by showing him he's a part of the household now. It's something special and unmistakably his. You get to work right away. Over the next couple of days, you leave the dollhouse alone to work diligently on the portrait for Huxley. You imagine he would like some time without you looming over the house after what happened before. However, you knew that before you can present him with his portrait, you'll have to try to get things back to normal within the house. It's time to check on Dahlia. Let me get some water. The portrait sits in its frame, resting in a box he arrived in that the two have taken using as a clutter-catching table. You didn't think it would be a good idea by hanging it, since they might feel obliged. They might feel obligated to keep it wherever you first placed it. You want him and Dahlia to find a good place for it in the house. Right now, though, Huxley simply stares at it, eyes tracing over the colorful painting. You originally had intended to make it his resting expression, classic sad clown painting. But you instead decided to base the portrait's expression on the passive smile he often gave, seeing his moments of cautious optimism. Oh. Yes, that makes so much more sense. And Ben still blames her. She was probably so terrified that she would be thrown away or crushed by the owner, not by Huxley. You feel it represents him more truly that way. He probably was, but I'm just being dramatic about it. He eventually looks up from the picture, turning his head to look around the ceiling as the toys tended to do when they're sure of your presence. Okay. Also, don't don't think I didn't notice you tired. Oh my god. Also, don't think I didn't notice you tried to pretty me up in this picture. It's an awfully generous take on me. Oh. A new picture. There isn't quite room for it down here, though. I suppose if we aren't to keep it in the attic, we'll have to take down one of my pictures.
Ben, you really are trying to get us to fight you. You really are. Nah, why not? Why not hug it in the attic, since you don't want to see it anyway?
Huxley plays right along with Dahlia's comment rather than trying to placate her. You worry about how it will go over. I don't dislike it, but you expect me to be excited about it? Though I suppose you're quite pleased with yourself. This is my house, and even I don't have a portrait in it. But you show up in, well, it's fitting there should be a picture of you here now, and not one of me.
If only the Scooby-Doo gang was here. Maybe the owner will give me a miniature violin to play with you for you next. That's it. That's good. I love that.
Oh, so suddenly you understand my feelings? Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about how I should feel about, and you're just directing me to I can't read. And then it's all that. Okay. I guess, alright. The narrator was the monster here, okay? Let me move this to the ending stream. I don't think the owner even cares about either one of them. The owner is a piece of shit. Okay? I'm not saying that Dahlia, doing this thing she did was good. Like, she did a bunch of she did a bunch of shitty things. But her freaking behavior is also understandable because of how the owner treated her. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just close the game. So honestly, that would be pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool though. Like, not gonna lie. If they actually did that, that would be really cool. Yeah, has a hotel reference. I also I don't know if y'all know this, but they're they're making more episodes of Hell of a Boss. I think one of them's coming out this month somewhere. I don't remember what day. Yeah, it was a short, like a short between Millie and her sister. I think it was Sally Mae. That was just a short, but the trailer of like the main series is also out too. So the trailer and that short was so damn good. They're both really good. Um but yeah, my thoughts on the game. I loved it. I love the art style and stuff going on. Huxley is a good boy. Dolly is a victim. She The thing she did was not great, but she was also a victim. And the owner sucks. They need to get a freaking hobby. Yeah, I love the characters in Has-Been Hotel. Alistair is my number one favorite. I love Alistair. I love how feral he is sometimes. Especially when Huss said that he's also on a leash. Where does it sit in comparison to other, like against Doki Doki level and other dating, what the hell, visual novels that I know of? It's kind of in the middle section. Like, it's not scary. At least to me, it's not scary. But it's also not wholesome. So it's like in the midsection. Like, it broke my heart. It broke my heart really bad. So it did its job. Yeah, Cooking Companions was great, but it's not. Uh, Don't Toy With Me is not in the same level as Cooking Companions. I actually do hope that they I don't know, make a sequel or a prequel or like an update, cuz I do want to see if there's like a possibility that you could save both of them. And if not, then I'll probably just make the shit myself. I'll be damned. There's gonna be happiness for them. Because if they're not gonna make it in the game form, I'll definitely do it in the writing form. Oh, Ben, don't worry about the cooking companions thing. Yeah, Ben, don't worry about that, cause that is in one of the things. So you don't have to worry about that. You'll know. You'll figure it out. You'll see. Cooking companions. You've actually seen the trailer of it before, actually. Like, I think it was like before you finished Doki Doki that someone in your chat told you about it, and you did. I think you did look at the trailer, but you never looked that far into it. Yeah, it is dreadful. I mean, it has like secret stuff in there. Like if you actually do notice some, it might cause chills. But other than that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Ben. Speaking of, I need to freaking update both of those lists. I don't know what you're talking about, Ben. It's perfectly innocent. You'll be fine. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. You ain't gonna die. At least I don't think so. Exactly, Barry's got the idea. Laughs in evil. I don't know what you no, Ben, are you sure? Are you sure you're looking at the correct thing? Are you sure you're looking at the correct game? Maybe we are gaslighting you, like you're gaslighting us about Dahlia being a villain. Dahlia is victim. Thank you. I am heavily convinced that Dahlia wouldn't be this way if the freaking owner treated her correctly. If the owner treated her and Huxley equally, they wouldn't have this problem. Dahlia would be chill. And Huxley might have been happier. But no, the freaking owner's gotta be a douche. So. You are fucking lying! No, they didn't! You. Have you even paid attention to a damn thing I read this entire time? Yeah, it doesn't even matter. All of them got ruined in some shape or form cuz the owner don't want to treat them right. In the end, they were all just sweet kids, just need love. I love them, okay? I'll fight to the very end. I'll fight tooth and nail to get Huxley safe and clear Dahlia's name, okay? We don't talk about Clown College, okay? That's the forbidden zone. Anyway, it's 8:31. Yeah, I know. It's 8:31. Yeah, I got 30 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. It'd be just 30 minutes early. I can do it. I can do that. Anyway, glad y'all stuck around the entire time.
and Barry, get some sleep. Like I will later. I will get a nap. I'll be fine. I'll sleep. But you also should sleep too, Barry. Cuz it's like what, 7:30 over there? You got it. You got it right, Barry. You got it right. I might stream again tomorrow if I have the time. You're welcome, Ben. Phew. Yeah, you're like an hour behind me. All right. But thank you both for sticking around. I'm glad I played this. And I'll probably look for something else to do next stream. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow because I don't know how busy I'll be. But streams will not be having like a 4 months difference anymore. It was a stronger term stream. I mean, I have it on my PlayStation, and I'm coming back home in like, I think the 3rd, so I would be able to. I got both games, so I could do both. Speaking of Bendy, the 3rd game came out, and I can't even play it, so I'm mad about that. Alright. Yeah, the 3rd game came out. Yeah. I can't even play it. I think it's on. I think it's on PC, only PC, but also I think it's $40. Yeah, I think it's like $40 around there, and also needs like a specific kind of um RAM or something for it. I don't remember. But either way, I'm too poor, so I can't. I mean, you could still stream it, Ben, because you got that new computer, so maybe it'll work this time. It's gotta work. You bought it. It's gotta work somehow. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta get shit done. This was fun. Yeah, facts. This was fun. Glad I'm glad I streamed, and I'll talk to y'all another time. Probably. Okay. All right, ending stream now. Goodbye.